Okay, so now that we've applied the back side of the tank, we're ready to take away the backing from the front and apply the front side of the tank. We're going to just peel away the masking tape and also from the front. Just going to lift up this area to expose the backing. And now, rather than having tape holding down the side so we can't fold it all the way, we actually have the adhesive applied. So we're just going to again remove the backing. And then grab the vinyl, pull it toward you, and rest it down a little bit, but don't press it in. We're just going to leave it there for now because we're going to have to get up under these areas and start working it again with the torch and the squeegee. Here's an area where I've got a lot of excess vinyl. Maybe a 1/4 inch of excess vinyl. I've got both sides wrapped. I'm coming into the middle, and you'll notice this is really tricky. I mean, if you just tried to fold that out now, you just get a bunch of wrinkles if you try to squeegee it out. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath with my hand and kind of pull up the vinyl, make sure that everywhere that I want to squeegee down and all the wrinkles that are in it is pulled up away. So now I just have that excess lump right there. This is one of the cool things about 3M Control Tack, and if you heat it up in a situation like this where you're not applying pressure to it, I'm just having my hand holding it away from the tank. If you heat it up in an area like this where you're not applying pressure, you're not pulling on it, or you're not trying to push it in, it'll actually shrink. And then once it's kind of heated up and shrink, you can go back in and start from the gas tank area, or the gas cap area rather, and get that out. There's still a little bit of a wrinkle right there. I'm not going to pull that wrinkle up yet. I'm going to give it just a couple seconds to cool down, because if I pulled on this while it was still warm from being torched, it'd actually distort even more. So that's what I don't want it to do. Let me see if it's cooled down now. I think it should be fine. I'll just pull that up a little bit. You can see I got it pulled up to the edge there. And just heat it up a little bit. There we go, and the wrinkles virtually worked out. There's just a little bit of a wrinkle right there, and the gas cap's going to cover that. So now I can just continue working back away from the gas tank, or the gas cap rather, as normal. And if you get into a problem like that again where I've got a little bit of a ridge, just heat it up. The wrap material shrinks, and I can go in and start laying it down without it wrinkling because there's excess material. Another thing you might want to consider is if you're working in an area like this, and especially if you're having to put your hands underneath the material to pull it, you want to keep your hands clean, but not only clean, you want to keep your hands dry. If they start to sweat at all, just put a little alcohol in your hand and actually dry it off with a lint-free cloth. Because if your own sweat gets on the back of the backing, it's not going to adhere to the tank as well. So make sure and keep that, keep your hands dry.